I had a comment that I wanted to reply to, and I took a screen grab of it because it was a longer comment, and therefore I could only show a small segment of it up here in the little box. So usually what I do is I read the little section and then I show you the rest. And I went back to respond to the comment, and it's gone. So good thing I took a screen grab of it. It's from a gentleman by the name of Darren Cook. I'm assuming that's how you say the last name, only because I worked for a gentleman that had the same last name. So Darren, I'm not trying to intentionally mispronounce your last name. I'm only going off my own personal experience with the name. Anyway, here's the comment. I'm okay paying taxes, but do you think or agree that we as a nation are paying too much? I'm all about paying for teachers and safety. I've also been living in Chicago since 2003, and my place has been broken into 3 times and my car stolen. I have 0 kids. I'm still here to support what is needed. Can you give me a good response? Hopefully I can give you a good response. Whether you're going to think it's good or not is going to be another story. First things first. Do I think that we are, as a nation, paying too much? No, I don't think that we're paying too much. I don't necessarily like all of the things that the federal government does with my money, but I don't think that we're paying too much. I would like the government to be better stewards of our money. I would like the government to use our tax dollars to better serve the people who generate it, like so many other industrialized nations do, rather than continually putting more and more and more into the defense budget, as an example. So I don't necessarily agree with the manner in which our tax dollars are spent. Now, let's move on to you and the city of Chicago. You said here that you've been in the city of Chicago since '03, and your place has been broken into 3 times and your car stolen. I highly doubt that your house has been broken into where you're living now. Where you're living now is where Lincoln Park, Bucktown, and Roscoe Village meet. And listen, I'm not going to give your address because that's not what I'm about. But you know I know where you live when I say that, okay? I know exactly where you live. You do not live in a bad part of the city of Chicago. You used to be just south of Soldier Field, just south of McCormick Place there, down on the near north-south side. Maybe I could see it happening there. But where you're at now, no. Now, if it happened when you were over in northwest Indiana, which I believe is when you were still living with your parents, that's a different story. That's not Chicagoland, that's northwest Indiana, if something happened there. I highly doubt it happened where you are now. Now, if it is happening where you are now, I would suggest that you move. And I don't want to hear people say, moving is difficult, moving costs a lot of money. I also know what he does for a living and where he works. He is not hurting. So I kind of doubt that where you're at right now is a dangerous place. I kind of doubt that where you're at right now is where you got broken into. I would be shocked if that's where you got broken into. Having said that, if you truly are living in a place where you've been broken into 3 times and your car is stolen, then you should get the hell out of that neighborhood. I mean, I wouldn't stick around a neighborhood where I constantly got broken into. I don't know why you would. You say you're all for paying teachers and for safety. Awesome. Then let's pay the teachers what they actually deserve. Let's pay the teachers enough so that teachers don't have to reach into their own pocket every year and shell out their own money to make sure that their classroom is fully equipped, to make sure that they have the tools that they need to educate the people that the state is giving to them to educate. And I know people that are comfortable will say, wow, that teacher put out $1,200 this year out of her own pocket. That's not that much money. Yeah, it is. First of all, they shouldn't have to put out $1 of their own money. But more importantly, for people who don't make a ton of money to begin with, yeah, $1,200 out of your own pocket just so you can do your job is a big fucking deal. So how about you work with us to better fund educators? How about you work with us to better fund safety in schools? But no, I don't think that we are paying too much as a nation. I don't think I'm paying too much here in the state of Illinois. And people constantly complain and bitch and moan, I can't afford to live here. I don't know. I've never had a problem. In a half a century, I've never had a problem. So I don't understand why people are having a problem now. But I just want the government to do better with my money. That's all. Also, if I could, I don't understand why you even brought up the Chicago stuff. Like, what was the point behind saying I live in Chicago and I've been broken into? Then why do you live in Chicago? It just doesn't make any sense why that was mentioned in a conversation about taxation.